Welcome back. This is going to be a rather long video where I show myself seeking lift along a ridge that I don't know and weather that I do not completely understand. It has spectacular views. I hope you enjoy. The map shows the track that I'm flying. I'll be showing that from time to time. I cannot find the name of the ridge that I'm flying along, but it is west of Serre. So I decided to try out this particular ridge. I hadn't flown along yet, and here I'm looking for a good thermal, and I go towards the cloud that you see in front of me.
What is this? Zoom back. Yoo-hoo! Hey, 3 meters a second! Can you believe this? But very small, very tight, but it works. Yoo-hoo! $16.76. Ah. Wow! Unbelievable! Yoo-hoo! Now I probably flew outside the thermal. It was a near stall. $18.23, ladies and gentlemen. At the base, almost. Unfucking believable! Wow! Zoof!
So I hope you can feel my excitement during the flight. I climbed 500 meters from 1500 to close to 2000 meters in just 3 minutes.
Flaps 0, let's fly along the ridge, see if that works. Wow, 1950! Yoo-hoo! Wow! Surprise of the day! No shit.
You heard me say, see if that works. I guess by nature I am somewhat skeptic. Little did I know that this was going to be quite difficult. So at this point where I fly along the ridge, I'm trying to take in the weather, I observe the clouds, I try to figure out where the wind comes from. In fact, it comes from the left a little bit. Not very strong winds this day, and I actually don't like the shape of those clouds too much. You see, in fact, those clouds here are lower than the ones that I had in the previous thermal. So, not everything so easy.
How you get thrown around here. Joachim voor Ronald, hörst du mich? Nee. Are we at the right frequency? Yeah. This calls for a snack. Wow.
So here I find a 1.5 meter per second climb where I gain about 150 meters. I edited out the somewhat uneventful climb and continue flying along the ridge.
Perfect blue sky.
What of course is missing with a perfect blue sky ahead of me is the clouds that are indication of thermals. So now the hard part comes. I decided to not speed up this sequence to give you a feel of what it is for the pilot to fly straight and wait for the thermals to come, which don't come.
Eight kilometers away from home.
At Exisor, I check my altitude, my distance from home, and see if I have enough reserve to glide home in case I really don't find anything here. I expected to get some good thermals at the start of this ridge, because this is where thermals typically start. The sun comes certainly at the good side at some point. The wind will do the same, but it's actually quite disappointing here. So given the altitude I have and the cloud that is ahead and this next peak that is also ahead, I decide to go there and try my luck over there. So after I turned around, I of course noticed that I'm already below the peak of the ridge that I was way above on the way over. And while editing this video for the light of day, I can't understand why I didn't take the thermal that I passed a minute ago. That is beyond me.
1627.
Those beeps you heard are indication of rising air, but the duration is way too short to be able to circle in the thermal of this kind, so I decided to go on. The view here is of course very nice, but actually while flying I don't have a lot of time to enjoy it because I am getting in a pretty strong piece of sink and I'm trying to figure out what to do with the rest of my life.
Jesus. Let's get control.
So finally I find the desired thermal, but this is a wild beast to ride, so I get thrown around quite a bit. Of course the Archaeopteryx is very light. I mean, total weight including pilot is like 150 kilos, and it is a pretty strong lift. I mean, you see the slope disappear quite nicely, but yes, it was a fight.
Being thrown around like nothing. God. Okay, let's follow the slope and flap 0, go to that cloud and see if we can go back to 2000. Okay, 1600 almost. Shake, rattle and roll. Yoo-hoo!
So this thermal is a little bit nicer than the previous one, so I'm able to get a reasonable climb out of this one. And well, I fly forward, make sure you see the shadow of the Archaeopteryx on the slope. $1,700. No, still that range of clouds would be a good idea. So after climbing this 200 meters and getting above the ridge again, I decide, okay, let's try again to fly forward to this end where I didn't find a good thermal before, because I really wanted to get to the ridge on the right of this area where there was a nice cloud, but that was not going to be this flight.
4 o'clock. We've been flying what now? An hour and a half? hour and 45 minutes. What does the wind say? Okay. The wind comes a little bit from the left. Here is sink. This doesn't make any sense. $1,600. I don't like this. Okay, we go back. I've seen it.
You know what Einstein said about insanity? He said, insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So after I had tried this slope 2 times, I decided this is not my day, or certainly not at this place. I don't understand this. I don't like this. So I am going to go back to where I had my really good last 3-meter climb.
Fucking insane. The cloud is dissolving over there. It was there a minute ago. It's gone.
So I know the wind is coming from the right at this point in time, but it feels like I'm in the lee because it is very turbulent. Sometimes there's a little bit of lift, it just doesn't feel right. I need some local expert, perhaps Philippe Hush can give some comment on what is happening right here, because I frankly don't understand it.
Okay, that ridge should work.
So when I say that ridge, I mean the one that is the Beaumont. And there's a previous video I published where I climb along this tower, bunch of antennas, and that indeed does work. So this thermal is not so great. I climb 100 meters while eating an apple, and I think the average rate is probably like half a meter to max a meter per second. But at least I climb, which is always nice.
You know what? Go there.
So in this video I wanted to give you some insights into the decision making, the trying to understand the weather, the terrain, etc. It was my first time on this ridge. It wasn't working out so great. I mean, I didn't need to land out anywhere like that, but certainly it didn't meet the expectations I had. So then I fly to the Beaumont, which is ahead of us, and as I mentioned, there's a video showing that climb. That went really well. And the surprising thing about the Beaumont was that the wind is actually not perpendicular to that slope. So to me it was really strange that the climb there was so much better than the previous slope in this video, where the wind was perpendicular to the slope and the sun was lighting the slope. So again, perhaps somebody can help me. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave comments. Let me know what type of video you would like to see more of. I spent 18 hours flying this week in Aspe, and I have most of it on video, so let me know what you would like to see. Thank you, and hope to see you soon.
$15.50. Sleeping again.